everyone, to Apple One to One here on YouTube. Thank you very much for joining us. I am here with my man, Frank. He is here with us today, and we're all going to talk about YouTube TV, Frank's favorite thing in the world, to watch television every single day. So we're going to break down the pricing, a little bit about the interface. We're actually going to show you the interface of it and some of the features that you have, some things that maybe we could think of improving, what channels you don't get, and a lot to talk about Sunday Ticket, because that was the big thing during the entire, it was called the YouTube TV pre-show, that you can now get Sunday Tickets starting in the fall. We're going to talk about the pricing, and we're going to talk about what the benefits are of having that. So let's dive right into YouTube TV. YouTube TV right now is free if you want to try it out for a little time. And then as of right now, they always offer some kind of limited offer. As of today of this taping, they're offering $54.99 a month for the first 3 months, and then it's $64.99, which I might add, they have not changed that price since I've been a part of it, if I'm correct.
Right. Yeah.
The other thing,
it's been that for a long time.
Now, the other thing I thought was great. Do you recall about maybe a couple months ago where a channel was not going to be available because they were in a financial dispute? And what they did is they actually knocked down the price because of that change. Do you recall that?
Yeah. Yes.
So I was so surprised, because I do not remember a cable provider ever doing that for me.
Yeah. Yep.
You know, so I love that. Was just another added bonus to what I liked about it. But for 3 months to give it a try for $54.99 a month, which is, I think, very cheap to start with, is really great. Then I wanted to talk about the channels. So you get over 100 channels. So you get your real basic channels of ABC, CBS, Fox, NBC, ESPN. You can see them all here. And then what you want to do is put in your zip code, and you want to see what is available. So in my area of Jackson, this is the channels I get, and they break it down based on local channels, sports channels. So I think they make it very easy to navigate and see what channels you definitely get. I didn't even know I get YouTube originals. I never really even thought that. But
and you could select any of those, and they'll go under your what do they call it? Your library.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So
select it, and then they'll come up, kind of like as your preferences.
Yeah, we're going to talk about how to set those right now. So right now, we are going to be showing the interface of the web version of the Apple TV. So right on the very top, what they do is they put the top picks for you that you watch, which pretty much all of these are right. I mean, right now, wrestling's on, so that would be the thing I'd be watching right now. People's Court, because my son loves to put his arm up like this. But as you can see, all the things that I like are really up here at the top level that I really record all the time. Then you have breaking down of what type it is. Like if you're looking for just movies, these are movies that you could just pick for me that they know I like. They have horror, they have history. So they really give it, I think to me, it's like very easy to navigate around the interface. And even though we're only showing the version on the web, it's pretty similar to what it is on the phone, on the Apple TV, which the Apple TV is just great as well. They are celebrating certain things, and then they have my certain shows that I like to watch. So you can see what my interests are. So, and what I like about this too is that they do a real good job. I mean, would you say it does a pretty good job picking the things that you like, Frank?
Oh yeah, yep. Once they'll give you suggestions, and then when you go back, you can say it'll say, do you want to continue watching this or resume watching? Yeah, they do a real nice job with that. I like to watch a lot of documentaries. Mm-hmm. Just because I'm, I don't know, just because I like to.
Yeah, I'm going to just open up one TV show real quick, just so you can see a little bit of the interface without playing the show. But basically, you're going to see the show here. You have your controls here on the bottom, and then on the right, you have the sound, closed captioning, settings. Now, one thing that this has that I wish they would start bringing to the phone and the Apple TV is the speed. Because I love the idea. Sometimes I like watching a show at 1.25. I can retain information enough for me to do that. So I really like the idea of having the speed controls like they do on YouTube here.
Huh.
You never knew about that, did you?
Nope.
Okay. So you learn something new every day. You have audio tracks, and then you have quality. You could numb down the quality if you don't need to have the highest one. But I would say the quality is, I would say it's very tremendous. Do you pay for the 4K? Frank, that is a separate option.
No.
Yeah, I don't pay for the 4K as well. So just to leave the interface real quickly, let's go back to home. And then on the left side, so we only have 3 icons here at the top: library, home, and live. And library is what's new in your library, what you mostly watch, scheduled recordings. You have recordings and purchases, or if there was purchase content, which right now I don't have. But there is all these different things I have recorded here. And I can just click on one. It gives me the ones that are here in the recording, and you can play the episode. Sometimes they have the VOD on them, which means video on demand, and you'll have to probably sit through a couple ads. But some of them, if they don't have that, then you just watch it the whole way through, which is great on there.
Yep. And then if you go to live, that looks very similar to like any other subscriber. You know, it shows you your network on the left-hand side, the snippet of the show, and you have the timeline of where you are and what's coming up next. Yep. So that's very similar to any TV menu.
And by the way, the organization of this all depends on over here where you sort it. You could do a default setting. You could do a custom, like if you want to hide something, maybe you don't want to see the most watched. I personally do A to Z. What do you do, Frank? Do you just do default, or?
I like to do the most watched.
Okay.
Because pretty much that's where we want to go.
Mm-hmm.
But it does show you all of those channels that you've selected in the prior screen.
Mm-hmm.
So that's nice.
Mm-hmm. So I personally like A to Z just to make it a little easier to organize myself. But of course, you could just do a search, and you could just look up the channel as well. So if you're looking for something particular, so I'm just going to go with Impractical Jokers. It'll start bringing up all the different Impractical Jokers here. Very easy to search. If you're looking just for the network, ABC, you could do that. All the different ABC networks. So they organize it based on what they are. So really, really easy to get, I think, to navigate. You know, a lot of times Google, we kind of pick on Google a little bit. Sometimes we don't really like their practice, but I got to be honest. I think they've done a terrific job with this. I really think they've hit a home run with it.
Yeah.
But let's talk about the elephant in the room, which is the NFL Sunday Ticket. Now, we know that the advertising on the Super Bowl was all over the place with this, but coming in the fall, they announced that NFL Sunday Ticket is coming to YouTube. Now, we did something on this channel talking about we thought maybe Apple would win the rights, but they didn't.
Yep.
And Apple was fighting for it, but I think the biggest problem was that Apple probably didn't want to charge people $60, $70 for this ticket, and I don't think that was an option on the table.
Yeah. Well, first of all, the YouTube TV paid $2.5 million
a year
for a 7-year deal.
A billion, you mean?
2.5 billion, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, did I say million? I'm sorry.
You said million.
Billion.
I was like, well, that's a great deal.
Yeah. No. And so the rumor is it's going to be about $300 a year on top of your, if you go for your $65 a month. So it's going to, if you break it out, roughly you have the NFL season is roughly from September to 1 week in February. Mm-hmm. So you're talking roughly 5 months at $300 a year. That's $60 additional a month. So it would cost you $125 a month.
Oh, now I'm going to guarantee they are going to give us a deal to help us get this a lot quicker when it pops up. Now, the pricing is not really out there. How did you find that anyway, Frank?
It's just a Google search.
Because in their FAQs, I'm not going to lie, they really just don't talk about that,
Yeah.
Now, by the way, NFL Red Zone comes anyway with it. And you can also buy NFL Sunday Ticket as a standalone. You do not need to be an a YouTube TV subscriber to get this. No satellite dish, which of course was the big thing. You had to get DirecTV. And NFL is actually the one that would not renew with them. It wasn't really like they weren't even in the negotiation, which was a big deal. I mean, 20 years they were with DirecTV. And because DirecTV, I hate to say it, is just falling so far behind everything, they just let that slip away. And based on my experience,
well, they sold it, or they're AT&T's trying to sell it, right?
Well, that's a whole other story regarding DirecTV. Let's just say AT&T bought DirecTV, and they basically created a dumpster fire with it. And hopefully DirecTV gets back on their feet. But honestly, right now, the way things are going, the fact that I have an Apple TV box, the fact that I have 2 HomePods wirelessly connected to it, and it sounds great. Right now, I have absolutely no intention to switch. Not to mention how fast it is as far as connecting to it and running up.
Yeah. Well, one thing I didn't know was I thought that the red zone go down a little bit or go back up to where. No, go back up to the top.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right there. I didn't realize that the red zone was an additional. So maybe it'll be like the NFL package, and then if you want the red zone, that'll cost you even more. Now I saw that at I saw that at a friend's house, and I thought that was pretty interesting because, they would split the screen. Any game that was about to score, they would take you right to that game. So I was like, wow, that's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
So
I'm looking forward to what YouTube TV does with this. By the way, if you are there are additional options, by the way. I'm just going to use our Apple One-to-One account here so you could pick the plans here. There's actually a Spanish plan, which if you have some Spanish stations here, but you could pick the base plan, which you'll obviously pick. And then they do have additional items that you can add. So they have 4K plus, so you can add 4K quality to it, which I've seen the 4K on my television. It's not a big difference, but you can definitely see it. And you can also choose other things, like they have Showtime, Stars, you could do, and they're giving you deals. Some of them give you deals. So there's different options that you could do, MGM Plus, Stars and MGM, Fox Nation, so there's definitely a lot of things. Shutter's on here, interesting. So there's definitely different channels that you could subscribe to add onto your plan. I personally don't do the 4K. If you have a 4K TV, then maybe you'll go for it. But to be honest, I don't see the value in it.
Yeah.
Not for that much money. Not for $20 a month. So.
The only problem I see, not a problem, but for me anyway, so many options. If you say, oh, yeah, I want to get HBO Max, I want to get Spanish Plus. I mean, you're talking that's $30 more. Now you're up to $90 just for those 2 options. If you want to go to the NBA League Pass, you can spend a truckload of money on TV, and I think for me the basic package is more than enough.
Yeah, like I said, look how much that is. Look at the NBA package compared to $300 that's going to be probably for the Sunday ticket. Big difference in price. That just shows you how many people love their football.
Yep. Well, do they have something there with soccer? I'm sure they do.
I don't think I saw a soccer plan on here. They have Sports Plus. That will include, they have Poker to Go. They have NFL Red Zone, which would be in there for $10.99. So if you're a sports fan.
Soccer Plus.
Now, there are some channels that you don't get, which someone pointed out to me. If you're a really big New York fan, especially, you don't get the Yes Network. You don't get MSG. And one channel that I wish we had was A&E. And that channel is not there. So is there any other channels you could think of, Frank, that are not there you really would want?
No.
But those are the two. Those are the three I thought of.
To me, this is like a going to a diner with a 50-page menu. There's way too much stuff.
Yeah, they have Fox Soccer Plus would be a part of the sports package.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
So, Frank, is there anything that you don't like about YouTube TV? Is there anything like you say, well, this should be improved?
Well, I can't say that YouTube TV. Once in a while, I'll have to back up a little bit for it to catch up, like it's buffering a little bit. Mm-hmm. But that's probably my router. But as far as the TV setup and everything, no, it's more than sufficient for my needs. Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I think they need to get some more sports channel options, even if you have to pay extra for them. Like, I think a lot of people are going to leave DirecTV and go to YouTube TV. People really want their football. And when something like that, as big as this, is moving over to a whole other platform, I think a lot of people are going to follow.
Yeah.
And that
the only thing that I'm toying with canceling one subscription and picking up Paramount Plus because we got into Yellowstone.
Oh, of course.
for free, and that's only on Paramount Plus. So I'm kind of I'm thinking of trying to see if I want to pick that up, but I don't want to add it on top of everything else. I want to see, I may cancel BritBox, or I may cancel Disney Plus.
Yeah, they do have the first 5 seasons here. So yeah. I don't know if what season are they on right now?
Well, upcoming hopefully 6, but they also have the offshoots, the 1923 and 1863. Right. Those are really good. The whole thing. And then rumor has it that Kevin Costner's leaving the series.
Yeah, they have season 1 here of 1923 here.
Yeah, that just started. Yeah.
So why would you want to get Paramount Plus if the things you're talking about are all here?
Well, I'd have to get it through there. Well,
this is on the Paramount Network. We have this on YouTube TV.
Yeah, I'll have to check it out.
Yeah, are you okay, Frank? I was like, everything's here that you're asking for. So I don't know why you're going to buy Paramount Plus.
Well, I thought it was there, but then you had to subscribe to it.
No, because the Paramount Network is what Spike TV was. Well, anyway, this is to me, if they could add A&E, which I think is probably the biggest channel that they're missing on here, and maybe get and get MSG Network on here, so you get some more of the New York stations, or unless you have to buy unless there's a hockey package or anything, you might have to do it separately. I mean, it's a no-brainer. I honestly think YouTube TV is the best one out there. I did look at Sling and other ones out there, but the big thing with Sling was that there were 2 different packages. One thing that I really wanted was in the other one, but it wasn't unlimited DVR. You had to pay if you wanted that, but you did get up to 100. You had a certain amount of hours to keep. But I was definitely a fan of the unlimited, and honestly, the more I've used it, the interface has just been tremendous.
Yeah, I mean it's very slick, very nice. So
yeah, so I think
I'm happy with it.
Yeah, me too. I definitely think you got to give it a try. If you have not cut the cable yet, I would strongly recommend doing it. Do not give your cable company more and more stuff to have. Let's get them out of here. So I want to thank you guys very much for joining us here today. We really do appreciate it. Definitely give us a review. Please leave us a like here. We really do appreciate you guys joining us for this channel. And I love every single one of you.
Have a good one. I would like to take this opportunity to thank you for viewing our content. Don't forget to click the like button and subscribe so you can see all our training videos as well as links to download our podcast.